Hi everybody, this is Armida from Divine Growth Coaching, and I am back with another video for our Wednesday Wisdom series. So for this video, I wanted to talk about 4 different ways that you can take your power back from an unhealthy relationships. I think this is something that we all struggle with, struggling in a relationship, struggling to set our boundaries, struggling to be heard, to be accepted, to be loved, to feel that connection with that significant other that we're in a relationship with, right? And what we don't realize is that a lot of times we do have the power to shift things in the relationship. Actually, we truly do, but we have to get clear to those things that are important to us within the relationship, and we have to be able to speak up for ourselves from a place of love and compassion. So with that being said, the number one thing to take your power back is to take responsibility for the situation. I think a lot of times, as long as we're blaming everybody else in the relationship and not taking responsibility for ourselves, whatever that is, for being in the relationship, for the situation that we're in, because we always have a choice. I think sometimes we forget that we have a choice in life. And when we blame the other person and we victimize ourselves, we give our power away, because if we're saying that the other people are at fault for how we're feeling, we're saying that they need to do something to fix that, right? So then we're giving our power away to see when and if ever they're going to feel like making that shift, right? So that you can be happy. So when we take our power back and we take responsibility for where we're at, we're seeing we know where we're at. We know the role that we play. We know what our part in this relationship is. And we take responsibility for that. When we do that, then we're taking our power back and taking the responsibility from the other person. And then we feel empowered to change the things we don't like within the relationship. Tip number 2 is to create healthy boundaries that work for you. I think this is so important because sometimes we forget to speak up, right? Or we're afraid to speak up because we're afraid of being judged, being criticized. We're not sure how the other person's going to perceive whatever it is that we're saying. But we have to be able to listen to ourselves, to listen to our intuition, and to listen to what feels right to us and set boundaries. If something doesn't feel in alignment to you, it's okay. It's actually imperative and very important that you speak up, because if you don't, down the road, you're going to become resentful and it's going to affect the relationship anyways. So the best thing you can do for this is check in with yourself. Whatever doesn't feel right for you, from that space, communicate that to the other person. Again, from a place of love and compassion. We never want to judge or criticize the other person. We just want to take responsibility for how we're feeling in the relationship and being able to communicate that to the other person. So in this situation, we're not going to say, like, when you do X, Y, and Z, it makes me feel this way. No, we're going to say, you know what, whatever it is that you need to say, I love you, this relationship is important to me, whatever you need to say so the other person can get into their heart space, be genuine and be authentic. And then say, when these things are going on in our relationship, it makes me feel sad, it makes me feel hurt, it makes me feel not validated, it makes me feel not respected. Whatever it is that you need to set for yourself, speak that up, but don't make it about them. Make it about how you're feeling. This way, the other person will be able to put down their walls and listen to what you have to say. Number 3, practice forgiveness. Practicing forgiveness towards ourselves and the other people that are in our lives, it's so important, because if we don't practice forgiveness, then we're showing up in the relationship bitter, angry, resentful, towards that person to begin with. And then if that's the energy we're bringing to the relationship, that's the energy we're getting back from the relationship, because the energy that we put out is the energy that we get back. So if there's any forgiveness work to be done on yourself, or on the other person, this is a great time for you to do it. You want to leave the past in the past so that you can be present in the future, and from this space have clarity to create what you want for the future. If you need any help on how to forgive someone and how to forgive yourself, I have plenty of videos on my YouTube channel that teach you how to process this to forgive yourself and forgive others. Tip number 4, don't complain. When we complain, again, we make ourselves our victims. And when we're complaining, we get stuck in that energy of complaining, right? And if we're complaining, we're not looking for a solution. So once we take responsibility for ourselves, we need to stop complaining and start creating. Instead of complaining, what is it that you want? And then from that space, communicate that with the other person. So I hope you guys have liked this video. I hope these 4 tips have been helpful to you. These tips have transformed my life, transformed my relationships, and I'm sure it'll do the same for you too. Thank you so much for being here. I love being here with you guys. I actually missed you. I know it's been a little while, but I did need it a few time off. And if you like the video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below if you would like to see any other videos about any other tips in regards to relationship or life. And remember that you are never alone. I am sending you lots of love and light, and I will see you all next week. Bye.